This is Dr. Lenora Coleman, President and Founder of Healing Our Village, and I am a lifestyle coach for the Diabetes Prevention Program. Today we're going to be talking about burning more calories than you take in. So welcome. I hope you enjoy our session today. You should be there with your lifestyle coach, or maybe you're watching this on the internet. And so again, welcome to our program. So let's talk about what we're going to think about as you relate to burning more calories than you take in. Well, first of all, this session is going to focus on losing weight, and that can help you prevent type 2 diabetes. And that's what this program is all about, how you can prevent going on to developing type 2 diabetes. So we're going to talk about the link between calories and weight. We're going to talk about how to track the calories that you take in. We're going to help you track the calories that you actually burn through exercise and being physically active. And then we're going to tell you how to burn more calories than you take in. This is a really simple equation. We're talking calories in, calories out. So you need to be taking in less calories and burning more calories. All right, so if you do that, then you will definitely not gain weight. And if you burn more calories than you take in, you're actually going to lose weight. So there's some tips. Number one, find out how many calories you are burning and how much you need to burn. You need to know how much you weigh, what your activity is that you're about to do, how long you're going to do that activity, and what your pace for that activity is going to be. So here's Paul. Paul's story is he's a 47-year-old man who weighs 240 pounds. He's at risk of type 2 diabetes. His doctor urges him to lose about 40 pounds, and he wants him to lose that 40 pounds at a rate of 1 pound per week. Now, we know that by losing 1 to 2 pounds per week as a goal, it's going to take a little bit of time, but we know that losing that amount of weight per week is a healthy way to lose weight. There's a lot of fad diets out there where they say you can lose 10 pounds in a week. Well, those diets generally are not very healthy. And number two, generally when you lose that much weight in a week, most of that is what we call water weight. And it's going to come right back as soon as you start eating again. So, to lose 1 pound a week, Paul needs to burn 3,500 calories during that week. So he has to burn 3,500 calories in order to reduce his weight by 1 pound. And he can do that by taking in less calories or burning more calories. So, let's talk about how Paul is going to go about this. So what are some of the ways that Paul could burn 500 more calories than he takes in each day? So when you're thinking about a week, 500 more calories a day, 7 days, 3,500 calories. That's how they come up with this idea. Now, he could take in 500 fewer calories per day by changing his eating habits, or he could burn 500 calories per day more by being more active, or he can cut 500 calories per day through a mixture of eating and activity. All right, so there's several ways that you can do this. So Paul needs about 2,200 calories per day just to stay at the same weight. So again, let me say that. Paul is going to need about 2,200 calories a day just to stay at the same weight. If he cuts 500 calories per day, that means that he's going to eat about 1,700 calories per day. Now, it may sound like a lot of calories that he has to work with, but again, we haven't talked about the exercise portion. So the question is, what are daily calorie needs? Well, your daily calorie needs are the calories you need to maintain your weight. And this number is based upon your age, your sex, your height, your build, and your weight. And it doesn't take into consideration your activity level. So again, we're continuing with Paul's story. Let's see how Paul does on Sunday. All right, so Sunday comes, Paul gets up. First he eats a 400-calorie breakfast. Then he takes a brisk walk and burns about 90 calories. Later, he eats about a 200-calorie mid-morning snack, and then he has a 500-calorie lunch, and then later he has a 100-calorie afternoon snack, and then a 600-calorie dinner. Then he takes a long, brisk walk after his dinner, and he burns about 120 calories. And later he has another 200-calorie bedtime snack. So if you look at the chart, you can see again, Paul needs 2,200 calories per day. His goal is 1,700 calories. So by adding up all of that, those were the calories in, were 2,000. But then he burned 310 calories out, which is good. So you look at 2,000 minus 300, so he's at 1,690. And remember, we were trying to get to 1,700. So this is pretty simple. You just have to, again, figure calories in and calories out. So this is the way that you're able to eat fewer calories. There's number one for breakfast. For those that eat breakfast, and we should be eating breakfast every day. We want to get our metabolism going, and if you don't eat breakfast, it's hard for your metabolism to get going. So for breakfast, you can, instead of eating or drinking whole milk, you could actually reduce that to 2% milk or 1% milk. Instead of eating fried eggs with butter, you can be able to use a low-fat cooking spray instead of the butter, and be able to still eat your eggs that you like. And if you're looking at, you like that taste of margarine or butter, then you can get the various brands out there that taste just like butter, but they don't have the calories. For lunch, you can add a lot more vegetables to your lunch. An easy way to do that is a salad. So you could add a salad that had maybe tomatoes and cucumbers and lettuce. And if you're eating a sandwich, you can add all of those things to your sandwich, and that would be able to be a nice healthy swap for you. Instead of eating a sandwich with French fries, you might want to substitute eating a sandwich with some fruit. And get rid of those potato chips that you might be eating. If you're looking for a way to sort of get full by eating maybe a vegetable-based broth, soup, that can help you sort of make sure that lunch meal fills you up. And you can use vegetable soup instead of maybe a cream of chicken soup. So the vegetable soup is less calories and also less fat. When eating a salad, you might want to dip your fork into the dressing and then put it into the salad, instead of pouring that salad dressing all over your salad. And then when eating out, you might want to swap a salad for the French fries or chips that are coming to your table, or that you're eating as a potential appetizer. So a side salad always works. I always ask them to put the dressing on the side, so again, I can determine how much dressing I'm going to eat on that particular salad. Some other ideas is have your vegetables steamed or grilled instead of frying them in butter. Change the recipes to reduce the number of fat calories. For example, let's say you're making a lasagna. Instead of using whole milk, you could use skim ricotta cheese. Substitute shredded vegetables such as carrots and zucchini and spinach for some of the ground meat in the lasagna. It tastes really good. And when you eat out, get a side dish instead of the main course. I usually try to eat appetizers if I can, and that helps me sort of decrease some of the calories. If you're going to eat a pizza, top that pizza with veggies and mushrooms and all sorts of onions and all sorts of good vegetables, and that really decreases the amount of calories in that pizza, as opposed to getting that meat lover's pizza that's got a whole lot of salami and pepperoni and sausage on it. In terms of your snacking is always the hardest part for most of us. Again, choosing your air pop popcorn instead of the roasted nuts or the potato chips. Avoid the vending machine if you can. Those vending machines always have snacks that are high in calories. Choose sparkling water instead of sodas if you can. Sodas have a lot of sugar in them, and some of the sugar-free sodas, sometimes if you drink too many of those, you're getting quite a bit of the sugar substitute. and so that's not necessarily super healthy for you. So we really like you to drink as much water as you can. They recommend you drink about 8 bottles of water a day, so that's all of our goals, to try to drink more water. Instead of cookies or other sweet snacks, you might want to think about, again, substituting those oranges or the fruits and vegetables that we talked about in our previous session. You got to rethink what you drink. One of the things that I tell patients to do as much as possible is do not drink their calories. All your drinks should be 0 calories. So you should only be getting your calories from the foods that you're eating. So when you're looking at, all of us love our coffee in the morning. A lot of us are going to Starbucks or other coffee shops and getting our cafe lattes and our mocha lattes. All of those are high in sugar. Also, a regular soda is super high in calories. So a latte, for instance, has 265 calories. A regular 20-ounce Coca-Cola has 227 calories. Sweet iced tea, I'm here in Georgia. Everybody here drinks sweet tea. Just 16 ounces, which is 2 cups of sweet tea, is 180 calories. And then ginger ale is 124 calories. So again, you got to look at those food labels. Remember, we talked about that. And remember that whatever you're drinking, it needs to have 0 calories. If you actually added that up and looked at substitution, instead of drinking the 796 calories in that day, you would be drinking somewhere about 155 calories per day. So you can see that just thinking about drinking 0-calorie drinks is the best thing to do. Again, rethinking your drink. Your coach will review this chart with you, but again, it goes through your fruit punch, your apple juice, your regular coda, your sports drinks, fitness water. A lot of those fitness waters that you're drinking out there have calories in them. So they may be great for fitness, but they are not great for you getting the calories out of your diet. So again, this is all the calories in 20 ounces of these things. And so if you substitute out, you're going to be able to save quite a bit of calories. This talks about milk, chocolate milk, plain milk, fat-free versus 2%. And you can see there is a big calorie difference between drinking 2% milk, which is 120 calories, versus fat-free milk, which is 90 calories. And you can see that chocolate milk is way high up there in terms of the number of calories. So I think it's really important that, again, if you can, at all possible, take all of the calories out of the drinks that you're drinking on a daily basis. Experts say it's healthy to lose about 1 to 2 pounds a week. Most people need to put roughly 500 calories a day out of their diet. You need to cut about 500 calories a day out of your diet in order to be able to get that 3,500 calorie a week weight loss that we talked about. Here are some other better drink choices that we can think about when you're thinking about your coffee drinks. You need to, again, make sure that those are being made with fat-free milk as much as possible. Smoothies, a lot of people drink smoothies in the morning as a way to get their calories in. They're real quick, and so those are also, you can also get your fruits and your vegetables in by using those smoothies in the morning. So again, your coach will go through and talk to you about the various drinks that are out there, and making sure, again, if you're buying something that's already in a bottle, you got to read your nutrition facts label so you can look at the servings per container and the number of calories per serving. Those are the 2 most important things. At the coffee shop, ask for your drink to be made with skim milk instead of whole milk. Order the smallest size, so you can't get the Venti, you got to get the small one. Tell them to hold the flavors, so no extra pumps of that vanilla or hazelnut that you're getting. And you got to skip the whipped cream. Tell them no whip. That's really important. And then order a plain cup of coffee with skim milk if you really want to take those calories down. At the smoothie stand, if you're going to go that, or if you're making a smoothie at home, try to drink the smaller size, the child size, and pick the smoothie off the menu that has the least amount of calories. And ask for your smoothie to be made without added sugar. All right, so they can do all of that at your smoothie shop. Some other choices in terms of drinking is add a splash of 100% juice. to plain sparkling water. That'll make that water taste a lot better. You should carry a water bottle with you and refill it all day long so you can get your water in. Choosing sparkling water sometimes is really good for folks that like the carbonation. Drinking tea or coffee without sugar is good. You can drink that either hot or cold. The flavored water with no calorie drink mix, that's what I usually drink, is flavored waters that have no calories in it, and they're also carbonated. So that's how I'm able to get my water in and also keep my calories down. Put a pitcher of water on the table when you're eating your meals, so you won't have to get up and go get the water. It'll be right there on the table. And when you do get drinks that contain sugar, choose again the smallest size possible. Now, there are ways for you to burn calories, and you have to figure out how many calories you're going to burn based upon the type of exercise that you're going to do, and different exercises burn different amounts of calories. So, for instance, if you hiked for an hour, you do 370 calories, and in 30 minutes, you would burn about 185 calories. Let's compare that to dancing. Dancing actually burns a lot of calories, 330 calories in an hour, 165 calories in 30 minutes. Walking does burn calories, but it needs to be a brisk walk. And it burns somewhere around 280 calories if you do it for an hour, 140 calories if you do it for 30 minutes. So there's all sorts of charts that are available that help you find the type of exercise that you're doing, and it will let you know how many calories you're burning in a certain period of time. So that is all for our session today. Again, we want to thank you so much for tuning in. This again was trying to figure out how to calculate the amount of calories that you're burning. If you have any questions, please ask your lifestyle coach, the instructor that's there with you. If you have other questions regarding our program, please go to www.hovhealth.com or healingourvillage.com, or call us at our 800 number 788-0941. Thank you very much.